Alright, so I will be making the dreaded video on the many, many reasons why I moved on from Olight. Every now and then I'll pick up one of their keychain lights or something if it runs on standard batteries, but that's not the only reason I moved on. I have more durable lights, more reliable lights with better warranties, and the aluminum is so much nicer, the anodizing is so much nicer, etc., etc. Um, but this is one of three Olights that has failed. Now, the other one was dropped from 1 foot, and that killed it. The first one seemed to have overheated on the inside and destroyed itself, even though it was barely ever used and was only stored on my nightstand. Every now and then I'd walk around with it, but it was minimal use. No scratches or anything on it. Uh, the warranty, the customer service was the biggest freaking pain in the ass I've ever experienced, aside from Apple's lack of customer service. But I mean, second best when you're comparing them to Apple is still not very good. It started off great, and then it really sucked towards the end. Long story on that. And then there's this one. Now, this one's had kind of a hard life, so this I could kind of see why it failed. This was water damage that killed this light, or at least at the very end it was water damage. It started malfunctioning, and then it just stopped working altogether. Battery is charged. I checked all that. Now, this is my uncle's light. One of them that he sent me. He's like, hey, you know what? I have another dead Olight, and he said, I'm gonna move on to better brands, so let me know what you recommend. He says, I'm still working in construction. I need something that's tough. He said, I'm sick of buying these Olights and some of these other brands, and they just keep on failing. He said basically it's time to bite the bullet, spend a little bit of money, and get something that lasts a lifetime. Because I was recommending some, and like, you know what, if you need this and this and this and this and this and this, and you need the durability and all that, I said, here's a few options that would be great for that. But the problem was the cost. It always comes down to money with a lot of people, really. So what ended up happening is he ended up spending a lot more money on a lesser quality light like this. Not like this is bad, but for construction, yeah. This thing wasn't doing too well, but the thing that finally killed it was falling off a bridge into like not even 3 feet of water, maybe. I mean, no, I think it was like 2 or 3 feet of water, but still. And I know you're saying, well, falling off a bridge is kind of, that's kind of extreme. Yeah, for Olights it is, but for some of the higher end ones, it's really nothing at all. But he ended up spending a lot more money than he would have. So, the initial cost of higher quality lights is a lot higher, but the long term cost, especially if you're looking for a hard use, I mean, look at this thing. This is not an old light, by the way. This is pretty new. It's maybe 2 years old, and it wasn't always used in construction. It's just, it was used around the house. He used it just for general purpose stuff. Then he brought it to construction, and that's what killed it. These are not, look at that thing. It looks a lot worse in person, but even on camera, you can tell that this thing's had a it's had a very rough life. Look at that button. For anyone that knows this light, you know that button is not supposed to look like that. But yeah, so he said, I get it now. I should have gotten a better light to begin with. I was just kind of hoping I'd be able to get by with a $60, $70 one or whatever. But he found out the hard way that Olight uses proprietary batteries and chargers now, which was a pretty big problem for him. He didn't know that they switched. They're kind of a different brand now than what they were, but even in the olden days, they weren't as tough as some of the other lights. So, long story short, he's gonna go with the warranty. He was originally asking if I could open it up and check it, and I was going to, and then like, hey, you know what? I checked up on this light. It's still covered under warranty. I said, if I open it, they probably won't know, but if they do, it's gonna void the warranty. So I said, I'm not gonna touch this light until you confirm that you want me to open it, or you just tell me that you're going to go with the warranty. So he's going to go with the warranty. We'll see how his customer service experience goes. I said in the meantime, since I have it, before, while you're in the process of doing whatever it is you do, and then you're gonna come pick it up, whatever. Sorry, I can't talk today. I said, in the meantime, I'm gonna clean and lubricate this light. There's a little bit of mud on it and stuff, but for casual use, if proprietary batteries and chargers aren't an issue for you, and if you don't use it in extreme temperatures, and you're not dropping it all the time or beating the crap out of it and whatnot, if it's not a hard use light, Olight is still an okay light. Is it the best? No. Even for its price point, it's not the best, but it's not a bad light. But if you're in construction, if you've been working full time in construction for 27 years, you're going to want a way better light than what Olight's able to provide. His old Surefires are still going strong, but they have outlasted many, 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 many Olights and other lights from different brands. And the Streamlight, although Streamlights are still going, but they definitely don't hold up as good as the Surefires do, especially the flagship models from Surefire. That's where you really start getting a step up in quality. The best one I've seen so far in terms of overall durability, reliability is definitely the LZ Bravo, not their G series, but their Z line. The G series is just overseas stuff that's been rebranded, but it's good quality, but it's nowhere near LZ quality. It's not made by LZ, but the LZ Bravo is just, oh my goodness, other lights aren't even close. But there it is. There's yet another dead Olight. I'll see you next time. We'll see how this one goes. I'll keep you updated on what his experience is. So that's all for now, and it's time to get ready for work.